Okay, Tim, well, it ends in defeat on the first game of the season. Talk us through that one.
I mean, listen, it was an even Steven opening. I thought both teams had chances. They probably had a little bit more possession than we did, but weren't really hurting us. They were getting balls in the box, which we dealt with fairly comfortably. At times, we were a little bit last gasp. I mean, listen, the first goal is a calamitous piece of play, really. Obviously, leaves a back pass short to Liam, and Liam ends up kicking their lad as he's trying to clear it. Listen, it's basic football. At the end of the day, you can't do that. You have to deal with it. If you're in any doubt whatsoever, just clear it out for a throw-in, and we'll deal with the throw-in. So obviously they score from a penalty. Then we get ourselves back in the game. Snapshot, keeper parries it out, and then it's on the rebound. Going 2-1 at half time, we concede again, poor goal, not reacting quickly enough to a ball going dead. It breaks on the edge. We're not locked out on the edge of the box, which is something we've talked about, and they go in 2-1 up. And again, we come out, we're in the game. I said to half time, we're well in the game. We're creating chances. That unfortunately, listen, we look like we're going to. It's a bit like I said to them, like pre-season. We look like we're going to score, but we look like we're going to concede as well. I've got a couple of centre-backs back there who are having to try and get fit by playing, which isn't ideal. They haven't had a pre-season, so they're basically running in treacle at the end. But I've somehow got to get them fit. They both played in the Colville game and then felt really sore, so their training time was limited this week. And I need to get them out on the pitch so we can work at some stuff. So yeah, listen, I would say in terms of commitment and effort, I'm all right with that. They didn't give in, they didn't throw in the towel, they kept going, they kept trying to get back in the game. Did so with the 3-2, and we looked like we might nick some at long throws, set plays. We looked a real danger from them and probably should have scored again, but we did look susceptible going the other way. So obviously that's food for thought.
How much of you alluded in the week to the fact that obviously players are trying to get match fit on the job, and so obviously young players in there as well starting that game today. Yeah. How much did that influence the result, do you think?
Well, listen, Sonny Hart he's done well. Sonny's only a very, very young lad making his way in the game, and he's done well today. To be fair to the kid, he hasn't made any errors. He's stuck to his task. He's won his physical duels, and he'll come on for that game. Young Emmett. Listen, we're very shy in that right-hand side area in terms of personnel. In that formation, Harry was my only real option out there. Obviously, he's on the wrong side, foot-wise. I mean, listen, shows some energy to score the first goal. Defensively at times he's got to tighten up. He's another one, he's jumped some steps to come to us. He's very much learning the game, but I don't think though having young lads in there really influences it. You just can't make really poor individual decisions and mistakes like that. When really you're not massively getting hurt, but it's almost handing things on a plate, so to speak. But listen, we'll reflect on it and go away. We've got 2 home games coming up. We need to have a good week with them. Do our due diligence on Bishop Stortford, see what they've got, and try and deal with it and try and win a football match.
How pleased were you with the impact that our subs made in the second half?
Very well. Harry was very lively when he came on. Good finish, terrific finish and run. He's a threat in the air as well. He gets up and hangs quite well. He's got good hang time to get his little nicks and flicks. Obviously Brandon came on. Brandon's strong, got pace. And at that time when probably they were beginning to fade as well a little bit, they showed an injection of pace. But all in all, what we've got to do is make sure we defend better.
Finally then, just a word on the fans who made the long journey up today.
Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. I don't know, about 30, 40 of them at least. I really wasn't expecting to see that kind of following all the way up here. And to be fair, they got right behind us all the way, clapped the lads off at the end, which was fantastic. I mean, anxious, the local boys are sort of buzzing off it. We'll need them to get behind us this year for sure and stick with us. But they were absolutely magnificent for such a long trek. A lot of them won't get back till probably midnight maybe, and so I'd like to thank them very, very much for coming and very much for sticking with us, and hopefully we can give them some points on the board in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, Tim.
Cheers, mate.